Hi, welcome to another Tim Talk, Disciple Making. In this 5-minute video, I want to challenge the status quo on what it means to be a follower of Jesus, to become a disciple and a disciple maker. In the Western Canadian District of the Christian and Missionary Alliance, we have what we call the Big Three priorities. And I want to show you today, by just making reference to each one of these big three, how they actually work together and how disciple making is central to them. The Bible verse that we've been considering over the past couple of Tim Talks, Matthew 4:19, really reflects the heart of Jesus for our lives when he invites us, as he did in those first century followers, come and follow me, and I will make you into fishers of men, as it were. The big three priorities are disciple making, renewal by the Holy Spirit, spiritual renewal, and reaching the least reached peoples, being on mission for Jesus. And I want to unpack those for you to see how our priorities are aligned to fulfill the calling and commission of Jesus. Disciple making, that's what these Tim Talks are all about. Challenging the status quo to realize that when Jesus says to us and invites us, come follow me, that's the essence of being a disciple and a disciple maker. Being a disciple is simply one who lives their life as if Jesus were living it. And making disciples is, by the example, what disciples do. And so when we follow and imitate Jesus in this lifestyle, we have to realize that it's central to our identity to become a disciple maker. But we can't do this in our own strength. This is actually the work of the Holy Spirit in us and through us. Jesus said, come follow me and I will make you into, which speaks about a transformational journey that we are on through the Holy Spirit. Spiritual renewal is central. In fact, it's foundational. Before we even attempt to follow Jesus, we have to be led by his Spirit, to be infilled and empowered, because that's actually how we fulfill the calling to follow Jesus and become his disciples and disciple makers. And then the third priority is to reach the least reached people groups, not only around the world, but we find in these days that they're actually coming to our life, to our world, to our cities, to our regions. And we have to be on mission for them. Now, if you don't declare to be a disciple maker, and if you don't declare an experience of being renewed by the Spirit, reaching the least reached can be little more than charitable donations, helping those, being moved by compassion, but not by the compassion of Christ. So this is where we need to understand that if you are to be a disciple maker, you are to be renewed by the Holy Spirit. But for what? Not to make us better people or to fill us with a sense of spiritual maturity, but to show love. Jesus said, the world will know you're my disciples by the love you have for each other. Jesus said, love each other, bear fruit, showing yourselves to be my disciples. And the way we can do this is to love all people, the least reached. So from now on, we view no one from a worldly point of view, through the eyes of Jesus, as his disciples, renewed by the Holy Spirit. Our mandate is to reach the least reached, wherever they may be. And this is our mission, this is our mandate. And these are the big three priorities of the Western Canadian District of the Christian and Missionary Alliance. Now here are some disciple-making questions for you to consider and digest based on this Tim Talk on disciple-making.